We are on Broadway in Queens, right outside the Jackson Heights train station. And we're going to be walking down Broadway through Woodside, Queens, and into Astoria. And I think at some point we are going to be walking through a street festival. We'll see if it is going on. There is a street festival scheduled from I think it's like 47th Street to Steinway. So when we get in that area, I guess we'll find out. Right now we are going to be exiting Jackson Heights. We're not going to spend any time in Jackson Heights. We're going to only be here for about a block. So Woodside, and I'm watching this car go by me. Woodside and Astoria, Queens. We're going to walk this all the way to the end. And I think there's like a park at the end of this walk. I think. It's been a while. We'll see. I was looking at that truck. So that truck that I showed you just now, it's kind of crazy. He was going right through the light. And he was waiting for me to cross. At least he didn't run me over. Oh, look, we got planes. I guess the planes are landing on runway 4. We'll be probably crossing right underneath the planes at some point. We're not going towards the airport though. It is a warm day out. It is right now 80 degrees, close to lunchtime. We have some major roads we're going to have to cross, so there may be some moments where I get stuck waiting for a light. So I hope everyone is having a great day. This is the end of June. We are wrapping up the end of June. I have the sun square on my back. At high noon, there is my shadow right here. You can see, how lines up that sun is on my back. You will see some gritty, dirty streets down here, that's for sure. And some planes and some birds. Look at all the birds hanging out over here on this corner over here. Look at this, guys. It's like It's like a Alfred Hitchcock movie. Oh, I got the light. I definitely want to get across. Look at all those birds. This guy's running a light right here. Yeah, they don't care. They just run right through lights. I don't see a sign that says you're allowed to turn on the red, so. Alright, that wasn't so bad. I should be able to get across this really quick. There you go. Yeah, it worked out. That worked out. I'm going to stay in the street. It was a little risky here, but I don't want to walk through this park. The park is filthy. Yeah, I guess I'll be a snob. Wow, I'm getting through these big intersections really quick. Once we get past this, we should be good for a while. This is the train station over here for the R train. There's always people hanging out over here. It's the 65th Street station here. Get a little plane action today. So I am filming this on Sunday. Sunday, June 20, I want to say June 28th. Broadway is a mix of residential and commercial all the way through. You'll see a lot of commercial, you'll see a lot of residential, apartment buildings, apartments on top of stores. Turned out to be a really nice day. It started out, it was actually drizzling this morning, and then stayed overcast up until I don't know when, because when I got off the train, I took the train out here in the subway. It is sunny. Maybe it's sunny out here and still cloudy where I live. But it's turning out to be a nice day. And then we have July coming up, and it is going to be quite warm. Next week is going to be a heat wave. And it's not going to be some like little heat wave. We're going to be touching 100 degrees a couple of days, at least a couple of days next week. I got this plane going right over us, guys. directly over us. That means only one thing. We're now going to have the planes behind us. That's it. Planes will now be behind us for us to walk. Speaking of the heat wave, last year for the heat wave, we were in Harlem. We're on 125th Street. And then we were also in, well, we were just there, Jackson Heights. We just walked out of Jackson Heights a few moments ago. I don't know if usually it's trains over my head that I gotta take a break for, but we got planes going over. Forgot what I was gonna say. But anyway, whatever I was gonna say, next week is gonna be the heat wave, and I guess I'll figure out where I'm gonna walk. If you're wondering about last year's heat wave, I think that heat wave was in June, in the halfway or latter part of June. So this one's going to happen, this big one. We've already had about 2 or 3 heat waves, but this really big heat wave is going to be happening the first week of July. '60th Street. Pacific Moon Chinese food. Yeah, that looks like a place I'd like to eat. We are walking over a subway line, and that subway line is the R, the M, I believe the E runs with it also. See, basically a local train line. When I say local, I'm talking about local stops, no express. The F runs underneath this as express. Like, I came through here on the express train. That train goes really express. I mean, the F train skips about, I want to say it skips like 7 to 10 stops before it gets to Roosevelt Avenue. It stops at Roosevelt Island, and then it stops at, like, I think 21st downtown in Queens, and then it just goes all the way from there to Roosevelt, and it skips all these train stops that we're walking above. So Speaking of a train station, we are, I think this is the Astoria Boulevard. I'm not sure what station this is. I think it's the Astoria Boulevard station. Or is it the Northern Boulevard station? No, it's definitely not the Astoria Boulevard. We're nowhere near Astoria Boulevard. What am I talking about? Astoria Boulevard is way, way that way. Northern Boulevard. For the M and the R. At some point, we'll get back into an area that has, a lot of storefronts and stuff. It's a little, we're in a zone right now. It's kind of opened up. Not a lot of stuff down here. You know what? Let's cross over. Let's do that. Let's get on this side. I think there is a street festival going on, though. Just like I said, when I was crossing the street, I saw what looked like tents way down there. So this is the railway for the Amtrak above us. That's what that is up there. It's the north part of the Northeast Corridor. This is Northern Boulevard right here. We're going to cross over. Give you guys a look around, see what it looks like down here. So yeah, this is one of those long waits we gotta wait for here. Or maybe not. I see a car stopping, so that means somebody's allowed to go through. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go through. The walk light hasn't come on yet because there's other lanes that allow cars to turn before it goes green. We got a bit of a traffic jam over here. I don't know what we're doing there. I have no idea what was going on there. Looks like everybody got stuck. My question is, are we still on Broadway? We are on Broadway, by the way. I'm just playing around. We just see a little bit more tree cover coming up. Now the street festival is a small one. According to what they have laid out, I was reading it's from 47th to Steinway. So it's not a very big street festival. But I guess we'll slow up a little bit and take a look and see what's going on. I'm gonna walk right through this tree, guys. Right through this tree. Look at that. We are in Woodside. Woodside, Queens. What would we consider crossing into Astoria? Would we consider that Steinway? I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna go right across this light, right against this light here. Woodside houses. There was a unfortunately, a young person lost their lives down here. I want to say a couple months ago. Seems like there was a shooting in this complex right over, I think, over by 49th Street. A little bit of a heightened crime rate in this area. You know me, we walk through good weather, bad weather, good neighborhoods, bad neighborhoods, daylight, night. I haven't done any overnight 3 a.m. walks lately. Last one I did, I think, was the snowstorm. We did a snowstorm 4:30 a.m. walk. So it's been a little bit. I gotta start getting those back up. The problem is the sun. Right now we just passed summer solstice, so the light, it already starts getting light at like 4:30 in the morning. So, which means I'd have to be doing walks at like 3 a.m., which I don't mind doing, but I like to do 4:30 in the morning because by the time I'm done, I could go stop in a bagel shop and get something to eat. This is, I think, where the shooting happened, right over here, I believe. Either in this lane or the next one. I guess it doesn't matter, right? It happened here, so. Yeah, there is definitely a street festival, guys, in a couple of blocks we're going to be walking through. So you guys get a nice little street festival. And then at the end of the walk, there's a interesting park. Which side am I going to walk on? Let's go on this side. Looks like there's more stuff to see on this side. So you can see the street festival right there on, like the schedule said, 47th Street. This right here is Newtown Road. Oh, look, Newtown Road. One of the oldest roads in Queens, with some still original homes. Just down the block here, there's some really old homes that have been around since the beginning. Is it Elmhurst, I believe? That used to be called Newtown, and then they renamed it Elmhurst. If my history has not left my brain, I don't know. This looks like a Sunset Park kind of block. All right, street festivals mode for, like I said, till Steinway. Not a big one like we normally go to, where there's like a mile of it. Several blocks, I guess, of this. 5 blocks, 7 blocks, I don't know. And of course I gotta watch out for music, so if there's any music I gotta cut that out. Any loud music. I mean, I could talk over some loud music, but if there's any really loud, I gotta shut down the camera until I get past it. So here it is. It looks kind of... It is not lunchtime, by the way, so it looks kind of empty right now. Mostly a flea market. Oh, look, they got some camos. There's some military gear over here. Look at this. Vietnam Veterans of America. They're selling a lot of cool stuff. It's more of a flea market kind of street festival where you could just come down and buy stuff. I would imagine they have some food down here. Here's some food right here. It smells really good. And it looks like the cross streets are open in between the sections, so you gotta watch. Oh look, Japan Fest is over here, so this block is probably gonna get crowded later on. Not as crowded as you would normally see when you see Japan Fest. I mean, in Park Slope, this is like, you remember when we did 7th Avenue, it was packed, that block. I guess out here it's not that popular, but it will pick up later on. I hear some music with lyrics. I gotta watch out for that. So yeah, this actually looks like it goes down a pretty good distance, and we'll see where it ends. Oh, look at this food right here, guys! Look at that. That looks amazing. That looks good. Looks like almost looks like turkey legs or something. And it looks like you got something going on over here. You got shirts and posters and all this other stuff. A big flea market. Pina colada is right here. All right, we made it to 44th Street. Spicy garlic noodles. That actually sounds good. Do I see a Zeppeli truck with deep fried Oreos and all that other stuff? I think I do right here. I wonder if they got some Italian sausage stands down here. There you go. Smells really good. That deep fry, oily smell that you're all used to when you go to these stands. So there's actually a lot of food here. Actually, a lot of food popping up everywhere. Of course, you always have the T-Mobile truck. Street Festival is not a street festival until you have a T-Mobile stand. You get a lot of these stands with the drinks. You see those a lot. Fresh squeezed juice, authentic Mexican grill. Right outside of the Taco She on 42nd, they got a pina colada right there. Had a little bit of music I had to cut out there. There's also a lot of music here. It seems like almost every other stand is playing some kind of music. There goes a sausage stand. I knew we were going to have at least one, right? Gotta watch these cars. And then here's Steinway Street, so this is where it ends, over here. We'll get back to regular walking now. Looks like they got a World Cup soccer vendor here. We're selling all the shirts and jerseys for all the different teams and everything like that. If you want to get that. I'd say it's a pretty nice little compact little street festival going on. It's not so bad. I know when they do the 30th Avenue Street Festival, which is this way, down this way, and they do that on Labor Day weekend, in case you don't want to miss that. Every Labor Day weekend on that Sunday, the day before Labor Day, they do the street festival on 30th Avenue. This is Steinway, and I think what I want to do is, I guess, get on this side. That street festival, the 30th Avenue one, goes from 31st down to Steinway. We are on our way to 31st right now. That's where the trains are. The N line. I'm going to start picking up my pace once I get past these people right here. All right, here we go. Let's start walking quicker now. Now from this point down, there should be a lot of, you know, places that people will eat, drink, buy, shop, all that stuff. So this is a pretty happening area here in Astoria. We are officially in Astoria right now. The Chicken Jack. I think we're outside of D2 here. I think this is a, yeah, this is a D2 right here. That's what it looks like. I'm getting really pushed out. A couple of times I'm getting pushed out to the sides of the sidewalk to get by people. "36th Street. Now, at the end of this walk, I was saying there is a park. I'm pretty sure. I'm just not Astoria Park. It's some other park. I mean, it's been years since I've been in that park, but if I remember correctly, it had all these sculptures and stuff. I don't even know what they even call that park. Is it? I mean, I want to say Socrates, but I don't know. Socrates Sculpture Park. For some reason, I want to say that that's the name of it, but I don't know. Best Chicken and Spare Ribs. That place is called Caravan Chicken. It's torture doing these walks on the channel. It really is. I walk by so many places that I can stop and eat something and test food and all that stuff, and I just walk right by them. Place over there called Hero, Shrillin's Bakery. So right here is 34th Street. You got the Corner House Kitchen and Bar over there. I'll tell you one thing for sure, it is humid out. So it is warm and it is humid. It feels very sticky outside right now. Let's get across the street. See some of the places over here. "33rd Street. You can do it. Come on. I don't know why. You know what he's doing? I looked right at him. He's hunched over looking at a phone, and it looks like it's laying in his lap. The taxi driver. That's why he's driving slow, because you can't see where he's driving. I got some people here out. This right here is the Broadway station on the N line, N and W line here on 31st. Probably going to be the train I take home later, the N line. This is 31st underneath the elevator rails. Got a Parisi over here, a Parisi bakery. Buffalo Wild Wings. Look at that. I didn't know they had a Buffalo Wild Wings over here. Pretty busy for a Sunday outside. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's obviously a weekend. It's actually a dumb thing I just said. I guess where I'm trying to go with that is like it is around lunchtime. Feels like it's like 3 o'clock. There's a pizza place over here playing the music. Freddy's Pizza. That's the name of this place right here. On my right. And then over there, there's, I'm not showing the other side, but wait, hold on. Let me get past this van. Yeah, they got a Dunkin' over there. They got all these little small shops. We got a little ale house ghost going on over here. Martial arts and a candy grocery store across the street. I keep getting blocked out by a lot of these parked vans. It's kind of annoying. Trade fair. Local market in the area. Remember last year we did a walk in the rain. We were actually walking along this area, and then I turned down one of these blocks. I'm not going to be doing that this time. We're going to be walking all the way to the end. We shall see what we find at the end of this walk. Stay tuned. Some homes here. All right, so we are now passing 23rd. This is, I believe, where we walked down last year. We went down this street. We are coming to the end, though, of this walk soon. I lost track of time of how much, time I've been walking right now because I had shut down I had cut the camera at one point because of music. Oh, big shopping center over here. Look at this. City Fresh Market down there. You got a Subway. You got a pizza place. You got a diner over here on 21st here. I would imagine this is a historic old school diner. Oh, is this the Bel Air diner? Which diner is this? I like they got the paint in the windows. There's a full house in there, by the way. There's a lot of people in there. It's the Bel Air Diner. You know what? I'll get across the street and give you guys a better look, I guess. You can get a good look here. Turn around right here and give you guys another look at the diner before we proceed. There you go. Alright, this area should get a little bit more... I'm going to say it should be a little bit more quiet down here, a little bit more residential. Empty lot. This stretch will now take us to the end of Broadway, down to the park. There's Long Island City High School next to me over here. So I was talking about, that's Long Island City High School right there. You can start to see the city skyline. That means we're getting close to the end of this. You see that city skyline? They got their little football field here for the high school. See this? Now you can see the city skyline. There it goes. There's some old Midtown over there. Got all this new housing here. The rents are probably through the roof in this area. A lot of the any new housing that goes up in this area of Queens is usually high rent. Like talking about like $3,000 range starting probably. All right, I can see the park. I'm gonna take you guys in this park now. We'll walk around. That's how we're gonna end it. We're gonna walk around this park. Hope all of you have enjoyed the walk so far. We still got a little bit more to go. I felt like every block we walked on, there were at least 2 to 3 people on the block. We've seen a lot of people walk by. You see the city skyline out there? Long Island City up that way. Vernon Blvd. This is where Broadway ends. And then we'll go into this park. Say goodbye to Broadway. Look at this guy right up on the sidewalk. You know what? Oh, I got the walk light. Never mind. So what's the name of this park? Let's look at the sign. Was I right? Socrates Sculpture Park. That's right. So I remember the Socrates. So there are, you'll see what's in here. We'll walk around and I'll show you the cool things that are in here. That way you guys can pause and read. I guess this is a map of all of the sculptures that are in the park, and then down there they have the names of the artists. So we'll do this little park tour for you, all of you. See what we got here. By the way, that area is closed off, in case you're wondering, or else I would go in there.
But if you really gotta do it, it's gotta be 1,000 film.
Let's go look at this this thing over here. There's a little picture frame thing going on over there. Full-scale ox cart constructed in the shape of a U. Sculpture symbolizes a physical or symbolic return to origin, suggesting that identity is continuously reshaped and the journey never truly ends. Very rarely do we end our walks with like a little museum walk here. Outdoor sculpture museum. I want to give you guys some views of the waterfront. That's how we should end it. So let's get onto the waterfront and then we'll end the walk. Hope you guys enjoyed this walk. We started in a very busy Jackson Heights area, right at the Jackson Heights train terminal. We went through Broadway. We got some looks of a street festival, looks of the streets, and now we are ending it not too far from Astoria Park. We're right across from Roosevelt Island. Tight little walkway here. I have a feeling someone's going to walk right by us. Oh, I guess not. I see people walking though. So I'll walk this way. I'll show you guys the waterfront in a moment. Trying to get a better vantage point. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get a good vantage point for you all. That's why I'm continuing to walk here. Right past these people right here with the dog. That's why I'm going to stop over there. Here we go. So that over there, that's Roosevelt Island. I don't know if you guys can see this, the lighthouse over there on the end. I'll zoom in. Maybe we'll do Roosevelt Island during the heat wave. And you can see New York City, Manhattan, behind the backdrop of Roosevelt Island there. Roosevelt Island, if I'm not mistaken, it's only like a mile around. It wouldn't take long. It would not take very long to walk around Roosevelt Island. So you could do one lap around, so that would be 2 miles. Since it's a 1 mile long, one mile one way and 1 mile the other way. What we'll do is we'll end it out here on the streets. Give you a nice wide view of the park here. Very nice area to come and relax. Probably another area that was all run down many years ago. A lot of the waterfront areas over here in Queens were all run down, and they've restored them and turned them into parks. Gantry Park is one of them, where I think it's a Pepsi Cola sign over there. So I haven't been there. I haven't walked there since a long time. So probably go over there too. All right, guys, we're gonna end it right here on Vernon Boulevard. I want to thank everybody for taking a walk, and I will catch you all on the next one, wherever that's going to be. So stay tuned, take care, and bye-bye.